One Piece chapter 1112, it is titled Hard Aspect, and in astrology, a hard aspect refers to the alignment of planets in such a way that creates tension and challenges, which is a reference to the Gorosei being the planets and all of them coming to Egghead. After 3 long weeks, One Piece is finally back. We pick up where he left off in the last chapter, seeing the Gorosei in action, and in this chapter they are continuing handling business. We see the Straw Hats and some of the Gorosei have interactions, as well as Luffy versus Jupeter and Warcury and Mars. He is going to stop the broadcast. You see Saturn, he might potentially go up against the remaining Straw Hats, and also Vnusjuro versus Bonney. Really good stuff. But if you guys enjoy regular breakdowns like these, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you guys never miss out a new video. That way, my name is Potential Unleashed, and let's get into chapter 1112's breakdown. The chapter, it starts off with Vnusjuro. He is headed towards Jewelry Bonney, and he is in his hybrid form, and he talks about how Vegapunk gave command to the pacifista to a 12-year-old girl in Bonney, and they have the power that can level an entire country. So he is currently headed towards Bonney in order to regain control of the pacifista, whether that's killing her or capturing her alive. So in the last chapter, we saw 3 vice admirals. They were standing in Bonney and Frankie's way, and those vice admirals would be Red King, Guillotine, and Palm Sky. And then in this chapter, Frankie and Bonney, they had interactions with Red King and Palm Sky, and well, they one-shotted them. Frankie, he hit Red King with a strong right, and Bonney turned Palm Sky into a kid and kicked the mess out of him, and for some reason, that seems very wrong to do, but we know that's Bonnie's Dofu ability. Honestly, it's hard to defend some of these vice admirals because they do have some of them that are strong, including Garp, Smoker, Daw, and Momonga. But then there's also vice admirals like Red King and Palm Sky that get one-shotted, so it's like, man, I really don't know how to properly rank them. But after this chapter, I don't think I can defend them any longer. York is freed, and her and Mars, they are currently in the room where the broadcast was recorded, and the moment that York confirmed to Saturn that this is the place that they recorded the broadcast, he blasted the place to smithereens. Which I get, you want to eradicate everything and nothing should be left in sight, and the best way to do that is to just blow everything up. And plus, Mars, he's immortal, so it's not like he has to worry about being caught in the crossfire because he can just regenerate. However, what about York? What about the power plant and the punk records? Those things are valuable and you want to have access to them, so you shouldn't just go and blow everything up. There's also a line from York where she talks about adding crime upon crime, which will only make it harder to get along with the Gorosei, and I have no clue why she said this because, well, York is Vegapunk, so she would know that the Gorosei, that they're not the best people and they do wrong things. So honestly, she would fit in just fine with them. York also mentioned that the transmission transponder snail that they had been developing, it looks like a triangular shell. This snail was also used in One Piece film Red when Uta broadcasted her singing to the entire world. There's not really much to mention here, but Stussy and Kaku, they were saved. Remember when Lucci begged Mars to spare Kaku's life? Well, he did. Now, whether or not this was intentional or not, we don't know. But I wanted to mention them because Stussy stayed behind to carry out her final mission, which is lowering the Frontier Dome to allow the Straw Hats to escape, and also because Vegaforce won destruction, Edison dove into the dome and he's about to do something. I have no clue what he's going to do, but he's doing this in order to allow the Sunny to escape. Jupeter, because he has such a massive body, he is sucking the air, which is causing Luffy and the giants to be sucked up too. Jupiter is known for strong winds, and the Eye of Jupiter is a gigantic storm, so this might be where Oda wrote Jupiter's ability from. And then Luffy, he is shown to be throwing a massive building into Jupiter's mouth. This is a really cool looking panel. I try to tell people over and over again, and well, they don't listen to me, but Luffy, he is out of energy, and this is why I try to tell people that Luffy, he isn't there yet where he's the strongest character in the series. If he could use his gear 5th without the time running out, yeah, I would get it. He would probably be a top 5 strongest character in the verse, and the only reason why I'm listing top 5 is because his hockey control isn't there just yet. But this is like the 4th time this arc that Luffy has gone out of gear 5th, and I think that this is the 3rd time since Kizaru landed and they had their little skirmish that Luffy had to go out of gear 5th. I'm not necessarily mad at it because I think that this is a good way to kind of nerf a broken ability, and also Luffy, him eating, trying to regain his strength, that's nothing new, so I'm not mad at that either. And I like that after he ate the hack roll, it wasn't enough for Luffy to be truly full, so Luffy, he could only fight up to his gear 3rd mode where he landed a red rock attack on Warcury. In my review, I wasn't really sure why Luffy's hand was burning after punching Warcury, but the burning aspect, it comes from how the red rock was drawn, which appears to be smoke around his hand, similar to gear 2nd. And the reason why his hand is in pain is because of how hard Warcury's skin is, similar to how after clashing with Katakuri, who at the time had stronger haki, Luffy had to blow on his hand. I also want to mention here that Warcury showed more durability than Kaido, appearing to not have suffered any scratches compared to Kaido, who was seen bleeding after receiving Luffy's red rock attack during the battle on top of Onigashima. Vnusjuro, he is currently in front of Jewelry Bonney after taking out the giants that were protecting her, as well as Saturn. He has climbed up to the location of the Straw Hats near the Sunny, so that would be people like Nami, Chopper, Robin, and Usopp and Brook. I want to know who's going to stop them. I think that Zoro, he could probably stop Vnusjuro, and the reason why I'm saying this is because he's with Jinbei, and Jinbei, if there's water around, he could then throw Zoro to get there faster. We've seen Jinbei use water techniques in order to quickly send somebody in a particular location. If I had to guess who would stop Saturn, I would probably pick Sanji, because even though he's carrying Vegapunk, when has that ever stopped him from trying to go and protect his beautiful lady? And also with his speed and skywalk, I think he's the only character that's fast enough to get there. There is a minute before the broadcast officially starts, and Saturn, he makes it to the room with the transponder snails and is headed towards it. The snail is gurgling. I honestly have no clue why. Maybe there's someone in the room to protect it, or Vegapunk installed something that would protect the transponder snail itself. We'll have to see in the next chapter. I thought this was a really interesting one after coming back from break. I don't think it was anything crazy. I just think it progressed the story, but I thought it was pretty decent, and I'm looking forward to chapter 1113. And I don't have to wait that long because there's not a break next week. But thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know how you guys feel about this chapter in the comment section below. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you guys never miss out on a new video. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. It's on the screen and in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to unleash your potential.